We made a promise, didn't we? We said we'd meet again someday. When you arrive at Jaya and find us gone, I wonder what you'll think of us. Wait just a little longer. I'm going to tell you that we are right here. Bring back the light of Shandora. Hello and welcome to One Piece 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the One Piece world. Today, we'll be taking a look at the legendary warrior of the Shandian Tribe, Cal Gaara. Cal Gaara is a tall, stoic warrior who lived some 400 years ago prior to the current One Piece timeline. He was a member of the Shandian Tribe, a cohort of people who inhabited the island of Jaya. Cal Gaara is extraordinarily powerful, capable of wielding a massive giant ball on a chain in a manner very reminiscent of, say, Monkey D. Garp. Although for the most part, Cal Gaara chooses to engage in combat with a spear. Cal Gaara's personality and combat strength were such that he was often compared with the demon, which was greatly assisted by the way that Cal Gaara adopts deranged and bizarre tribal looks in order to intimidate his enemies. Not much is known about his personal history, or that of the Shandian Tribe in fact. However, one day their village became plagued with a curse that threatened to wipe them all out. The priest of the tribe had a vision and told the rest of the village that they needed to perform a sacrificial ceremony to appease the gods, offering up their most beautiful woman. And the most beautiful woman in the tribe just so happened to be Cal Gaara's daughter Moose, who quite willingly accepted the part she had to play in the protection of her tribe. Cal Gaara, a man of strong traditional beliefs, was also very willing to offer up his daughter for the greater good. However, just as Moose was about to be devoured by the snake the Shandians worshipped as god, the snake was slaughtered by an outsider named Noland, who had sailed to the island with his crew after being lured there by the sound of a bell. Infuriated by this intrusion, Cal Gaara immediately jumped into conflict with Noland, who desperately claimed that he could cure the village and that it would be an absolute waste of life to sacrifice Moose. At this stage, Cal Gaara was far from convinced and even tossed his daughter a knife, telling her to finish her duty. However, Noland's words had reached the village elder, who gave the outsider until sunrise to make good on his claims. The next day, an earthquake struck the island of Jaya. Cal Gaara believed that this was an expression of anger from the gods and set out to find and kill Noland. He would discover Noland trapped in a crack in the ground that had been caused by the earthquake. Cal Gaara proceeded to mock Noland, verbalizing that this was God's retribution for his interference in their tribal affairs. To emphasize this, a snake known as the Child of God even showed up at this point, with its sights set on eating Noland. However, eventually Cal Gaara would be swayed by Noland's words, and going against every traditional instinct he had, Cal Gaara killed the snake, believed to be the Child of God. At this moment, Cal Gaara was entirely unsure of how his actions would affect his people, but his faith was not misplaced. Noland and his crew were able to cure the entire tribe of their curse, which was actually a disease known as tree fever. From this point on, Noland and Cal Gaara forged a powerful friendship and grew so close that Cal Gaara even suggested that Noland marry his daughter. Although Noland did decline this, as he had a family waiting for him back home in North Blue. Cal Gaara would go on to show Noland and his crew the golden city of Shandora, the pride of the Shandian people, including the Bell of Shandora, the ringing of which had brought Noland to the island in the first place. These peaceful relations would continue to blossom until one day, Cal Gaara and the rest of the Shandian tribe discovered that Noland and his crew had desecrated part of their sacred forest, which was believed to guide the souls of their ancestors. However, the truth of the matter would be told to Moose and consequently to Cal Gaara himself. Noland and his crew had cut down those trees as they were what was responsible for the spread of tree fever amongst the villagers. Unfortunately, this revelation came too late to stop Noland from leaving, but Cal Gaara met them at the edge of the island. As the golden bell of Shandora rang, Cal Gaara requested that Noland return to the island one day and promised that he would be waiting for him. And in an unfortunate twist of fate, this day would never come to pass, as the majority of the island of Jaya was sent flying high into the sky by the natural phenomenon known as the knock-up stream. The island landed and became part of the sky island known as Skypiea, the god of whom immediately expressed hostility towards the Shandian people and abruptly invaded their lands. Cal Gaara readied his tribe for the incoming battle, claiming that they must protect these lands so that Noland can return one day. However, Cal Gaara died in battle, never knowing the fate of his friend Noland. Some more fun facts about Cal Gaara. Cal Gaara was responsible for naming the snake Nola, whom was obviously named in honor of Noland. Nola would grow incredibly huge over the next 400 years and go on to become known as the Lord of the Sky. While Cal Gaara is gone, he is certainly not forgotten, as a statue was erected in his honor by the surviving Shandian people, and it watches over them to this very day. In One Piece Unlimited Adventure, Cal Gaara features as an optional boss. In the game, he is a level 5 character with strength rivaling other characters such as Aokiji, Shanks, and even Whitebeard, although in official canon, he is certainly not on the same level of power as these individuals. And finally, a truly useless fact. The skirt Cal Gaara wears over his purple-laced pants is made entirely of grass. And that pretty much does it for Cal Gaara, but the story of Noland and the Shandian people does not end here. We still have 2 more very important characters to examine to finish things off, so I hope you're all keen for that. If you enjoyed this video, then feel free to like, favorite, or subscribe, and please do comment with who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next One Piece 101.